Hello, my name is Connor Jankowski, and I'm presenting electric vehicles in small scale agriculture. Some things about me are that I'm in my second year here at UIUC, and I transferred over from the College of DGS before this semester. I'm majoring in ETMAS while also taking pre-natal classes on the side. I chose ETMAS as my major because I wanted something a little easier so I could focus on my prenatal classes while still enjoying what I'm learning about. I live 2.5 hours south of here in Belleville, where my family owns property and farms the land. As long as everything goes to plan, my goal is to graduate from UIUC and be accepted in SIU Dental School. After that, I would practice dentistry in my hometown, but because I would continue to farm the land that my family no longer can, it would benefit me to learn about technical systems. For this project, I chose to research electric motors from the list we were given. Specifically, I wanted to research the history and future of electric tractors. I chose this topic because of how prominent the idea of electric cars and engines will be in the advancement of technology throughout the world over the next decade. As I mentioned before, my introduction, I will take over my family's property when I'm older, and it would benefit me to know how beneficial electric tractors are and if it'd be worth it for us to switch from diesel to electric. Now that I've described why I chose to research electric motors, I will walk you through the history and future of electric tractors. And here's me and my dad and brother. Here's our family tractor. And then for the history of electric vehicles, they first emerged in late 1800s. This machine was a tractor that aimed to end the coal tractor domination with a more environmentally option. This was done by the Zimmermann Company out of Germany. They had two models. There was a two-wheel drive option with a 10 horsepower motor, and there was a four-wheel drive option with a 16 horsepower motor. This was a great breakthrough, but almost none of these machines were sold because they had to be plugged in and they made significantly less power than the competitors. Throughout the 1900s, there were many more attempts to make an electric tractor that was practical to use. However, all the manufacturers ran into the same problem, and that was that the tractors had to be connected to a power supply in order to work. Finally, in 1983, some agricultural engineers at South Dakota State designed and produced a tractor that ran off a battery. They used two 32-cell batteries, one that ran the hydraulics, and the other one ran the motors. There were problems with this tractor too, however. First off, the batteries weighed 2 tons and they took 8 hours to charge. This 8-hour charge time only let the tractor run for 6 hours. Because of this, the tractor could not be used for large-scale farming and had to be used for small-scale yard work. Regardless of this, the university used it for many years in their own personal gardens, but after these machines, electric tractors did not see much success, and they were put on hold. So, in present day, modern electric tractors and other machines are used for agriculture, and they're starting to hit the market. One example of this is the Monarch tractor, which I have in this picture here, which is produced in the United States. This tractor has a 75 horsepower engine and the option of 2 or 4-wheel drive. This company aims to make an electric tractor that is not only good for the environment, but is also cheaper than the diesel tractors that have around the same performance. From looking at their numbers, they have concluded that a diesel tractor that has around the same specs is selling for $90,000, while the Monarch tractor starts at around $60,000. This tractor requires a charge time of 4 to 5 hours and has a 10-hour run time after it's been charged. The tractor also has autonomous driving, and the owner of the company produces these tractors estimates that by 2030, 100% of tractors under 125 horsepower will be electric. These tractors were available for purchase in January of this year, and they're most commonly used in the vineyards of California as of right now. But this is not the only company that's entering the electric vehicle game for agriculture. John Deere announced that they will be coming out with a fully electric and autonomous tractor this year. There's also a company named Hummingbird that produced an all-electric refrigerated truck that's hitting the market soon. And here's the John Deere tractor carrying a rather large implement. And next, I'm going to be talking about the challenges electric tractors face in being accepted in the agricultural business. Normally, the person that owns a farm has had that farm in their family for many generations, like my family's farm. On that farm, they most likely have been using the same techniques and type of equipment for generations. That means that farmers are more likely not going to drop all of their history with diesel tractors and switch to electric. The reason for this is that electric tractors are very new to the market, and it's going to take a long time before they get good enough reputation in order for farmers to spend their hard-earned money on them. One thing that needs to be done is the government needs to get involved and put some policies in place to benefit farmers that choose to switch to electric power over diesel. If the government does this, they will be helping the environment of all the people selling the electric tractors. So that's why I have here, if they were able to raise diesel prices, I know right now they lower the prices for diesel spent on farm use. If they were to raise that and have policies benefiting electric use, that's probably the best way we would slowly over time have all electric tractors. Now, the benefits of using an electric tractor. So first, maintenance on an electric tractor is going to be a lot less than a classic diesel tractor. The reason for this is that there's a lot less moving parts on electric motors. Electric motor only has one moving part, while a gas motor has over 300. So you see here the electric motor, and this is a John Deere diesel motor, way more parts. The reason for this is that next, electric tractors are obviously better for the environment than gas tractors. It's estimated that taking one large diesel tractor off the road is equivalent to taking 14 gas-powered cars off the road. That's a very significant change. The next benefit is that electric tractors are a lot more efficient than diesel ones. The classic diesel tractor is about 40% efficient, while the tractors I showed you before from John Deere and Monarch are around 90% efficient. Finally, the operating cost of an electric tractor is less than a classic tractor. The electricity to power the battery is a lot cheaper than the diesel needed to fill up a tractor's gas tank. Also, most farms have enough space to run renewable energy sources like solar panels or even a wind turbine. After these are built, the electricity is 100% free, and this cuts out a huge chunk of money that a farmer normally spends on fuel. However, there are a few cons of this electric tractors. First of all, charging them takes time, and this may cause the farmer to lose daylight, and then not get as much work done. The main disadvantage, though, is that when a battery is under heavy load, it drains a lot quicker. For example, mowing the grass with an electric tractor would be no problem, but when you hook up a large implement to it, the battery will drain much faster. This is why electric tractors are currently being used for small jobs and not large-scale farming. But I feel that with electric vehicles coming to the agricultural space in the upcoming years, I'm very excited and I look forward to what happens with them in the future. Electric vehicles have a ton of advantages over gas vehicles. It's really cool to hear about innovations to a field like agriculture that has been around since the beginning of time. Although there are some obstacles for electric vehicles in agriculture, I believe that in the future, those problems will be figured out and they will take the place of diesel tractors. And here's my works cited. Thank you very much for listening.